Good morning, everyone. Today, my presentation is on topic post-traumatic retained non-metallic foreign body in cases of non-resolving orbital cellulitis. As we know, periorbital cellulitis is an infective process occurring in eyelid and tissue anterior to orbital septum. Features which includes are inflammation, lid edema, erythema, tenderness, warmth, and causes can be of superficial or deep tissue injury or sometimes retained foreign body, insect bite, or collision. As we all know, that metallic foreign body easily detected on CT scans and cannot be missed or misdiagnosis rarely occurs, and orbital infection also doesn't happen. But in cases of non-metallic foreign body, especially in cases of wooden, they are notorious to remain quiescent. And we have the following features like small intrium, discharging sinus, and intraorbital mass have a great suspicion of non-metallic foreign body. There is always a diagnostic dilemma. For early diagnosis and treatment, we can prevent vision loss and life-threatening complication in cases of non-metallic foreign body. So the aim and objective of my study was to know the cause, mode of presentation and treatment and outcome of traumatic non-resolving periorbital cellulitis, and we have to rule out the possibility of a retained periorbital foreign body with an alleged history of trauma. So this study was done as a retrospective observational hospital-based study in a tertiary care center done from March 2019 to September 2020 with inclusion criteria of all the patients with alleged eye trauma with non-metallic foreign body. And we have excluded all the patients with having a metallic foreign body and trauma with multiple fractures and open or closed globe injury. For the methods, we have done the informed and written consent were taken, history taking and clinical examination were done. The patient diagnosis was made with imagings and managed conservative empirically, then followed by surgical exploration and removal of foreign body, and follow-up was done on 37 days, 2 weeks, 1 month, and 3 months. These are various clinical presentation of foreign bodies. We found that they are having sometimes presented with glass pieces, long wooden stick, stone chips, and multiple wooden foreign bodies is also found, and wooden thorn. Total patients involved were 14. They are involved within a day to 6 months, and age ranges from 6 years to 45 years. And their clinical present with varied clinical presentation like discharging sinuses, painful localized swelling, orbital cellulitis. With various foreign body we found were wooden stick, stone chips, and glasses. Which out of 14 we have 4 patients with culture positive and 10 were culture negative. Finally, we got a scarring as a complication, and we have my point is here to emphasize that we have varied clinical presentation like painful localized swelling, discharging sinus, and orbital cellulitis in cases of non-metallic foreign body, and we have got different types of foreign body like wooden material, chip stone, and glasses. The topic of discussion in my point is that most of the metallic foreign bodies remain quiescent for long period time without causing any problem. But organic foreign bodies like wood have a much higher incidence of potentially sight-threatening and life-threatening complications, and detection of non-metallic foreign body is quite challenging sometimes. And delayed onset orbital granuloma, cellulitis, discharging sinus, and are highly suspicious of missed or retained intraocular foreign body. So we can rule out this non-metallic foreign body even on radiologically diagnostic challenge, and due to their varied appearance and nature and porosity. Like in ultrasonography, sometimes wooden foreign body cannot be detected due to interference of glasses. Even on CT scan, non-metallic foreign body may be mistaken for air and fat and may be misdiagnosis. And sometimes we require to do MRI scan after a negative CT scan to rule out any suspected wooden foreign body. The point is that we have to use a thin section with CT scan and MRI with detailed discussion with radiological and clinical correlation to be done to rule out any non-metallic foreign body. So in conclusion, I have to say that in all cases of ocular trauma, we have to do a prompt diagnosis, and expeditious treatment are important to minimize the complication and have high suspicion of intraocular body in all cases of ocular trauma. So in timely diagnosis and proper radiological imaging and understanding anatomical and predisposing and microbiological factors are helpful for early diagnosis and proper management and prevention of any these missed retained foreign body. Thank you.
Nice presentation on the orbital foreign body. Have you taken the culture swab from wound side or from the foreign body?
So actually we have sent the foreign body for culture and sensitive.
Culture, okay. And what are the indications of non-metallic foreign body removal?
Indications, sir, if may
Because organic foreign body, you must remove it.
Yes, sir.
But most of the non-metallic foreign body, they are inert and you can leave it.
Yeah, if they metallic, if they are causing problem like such as discharging sinuses, they are painful eye, their swelling is over there, and patient is having any complaint like that.
Dr. Vivek, nice presentation, but I just want to know What was the new message you wanted to convey to us?
So the message was that sometimes we miss non-metallic foreign body very easily because of we rule out. We have done a CT scan, we doesn't found anything, and patient was just presented with small swelling or the small discharging sinuses. So the impact which I am telling that if we have such presentation, we should not leave it as such. We have to explore and having a small thin cut sections, and we can consider. We can also talk to our radiologist for again a re-evaluation of the scans, so that even a small non-metallic foreign body which causes later some fibrosis or problem to the patient, that can be ruled out.
How will you diagnose radiologically the presence of wooden foreign bodies?
Ma'am, we have done first we have to do a CT scan to rule out any metallic foreign body. Then we can use MRI scan with small sections also to diagnose any wooden foreign body is there or not. We have diagnosed 3 cases. They were presented with discharging sinus, and one patient was with just a swelling over the lower lid. And that was missed outside for 2 or 3 times because they have done CT scan also done and MRI was also done there. But in our colleges, we have we have discussed with radiological people how to do this, and they will say you have to do a thin sections. And by the way, we got it.
What is the minimum detectable size of the foreign body in CT scan
CT scan.
for glass and for?
So it's
you know,
depend upon the how much slices we have taken. They have advised us to take a 1 mm slices of CT scan so that it can be detected. We cannot miss with even a smaller particle.
Minimum size is 0.3 mm for the
Okay,
metal
sir.
and 0.5 for non-metal like glass.
Okay.
Thank you.